I pointed out my husband reacted the same way he was criticizing my brother-in-law. My brother announced his promotion last Friday at a family dinner. We were all at my parents' house, packed around the dining table, food everywhere, kids running through the living room. He stood up with his glass and said he had news. Everyone assumed it was about moving or maybe another baby. Instead, he said he'd been offered a management position but had turned it down. He said he wanted more time at home, less stress, and didn't care about the title. People clapped, my mom teared up, my sister smiled. My brother-in-law, Mark, didn't. Mark's reaction wasn't dramatic. He didn't yell or say anything rude. He just kind of froze. He nodded once, forced a smile, and stared at his plate. For the rest of dinner, he barely talked. When dessert came out, he got up and went outside to take a call that definitely wasn't urgent. He was gone a long time. When he came back, his face was tight, like he'd been holding something in. The rest of us tried to act normal, but the mood had shifted. On the drive home, my husband immediately brought it up. Did you see how weird Mark was acting? He was clearly pissed. Who gets upset because someone doesn't want a promotion? That's such an ego thing. I shrugged at first. Maybe it hit a nerve. Mark's been trying to move up at work for years. My husband kept going. It was awkward. Everyone noticed. It was supposed to be a happy announcement, and he made it uncomfortable. That's when I said it. You did the same thing when my cousin bought her house. The car went silent. What? When Jenna bought that place downtown, you barely spoke all night and then disappeared to the garage for like 20 minutes. That was different. How? Because that was about money, he snapped. This is about pride. You were upset she bought before us. You said it wasn't fair and that she didn't deserve it. He tightened his grip on the steering wheel. I didn't say she didn't deserve it. You said it to me. You said she got lucky and that it made you feel like a failure. He exhaled hard. I said that in private. Mark did this in front of everyone. Mark didn't say anything, I said. He just needed a minute. So did you. He shook his head. You always do this. Do what? Turn things around on me. We're talking about Mark acting weird, and now you're dragging up something from years ago because you're judging him for reacting the same way you did. His voice went sharper. I didn't ruin the night. You didn't ruin it either. You just made it uncomfortable. That's not the same thing. We pulled into our driveway and sat there. He stared straight ahead. I wasn't trying to attack you, I said. I was pointing out the double standard. He got out of the car without answering and slammed the door. Inside, he went straight upstairs. I stayed down, cleaned up the kitchen a little, then sat on the couch scrolling my phone. Around 9:30, he came back down, grabbed a drink, and sat at the far end. We didn't look at each other. Finally, he said, you didn't have to bring that up. You were being judgmental, I said. So were you. He didn't respond. We watched some random show in silence. After a while, he muttered that Mark should have handled it better. I said maybe he was just processing. He stood up, said he was tired, and went back upstairs. I slept in the guest room. The next morning, he left early without waking me. He texted later saying he needed time to cool off. That was 4 days ago, and we still haven't really talked about it.